Welcome to you all. As usual, it is a joy to be able to speak with you. It took us a little moment to steady this channel this evening, and we wish to make a statement. And the statement to you, as messengers who are watching this, is that this channel is always terrified that we will not show up. She will always say that she has faith in us, and we know that she does. But she also is terrified that we will not show up. And the reason that we are starting this conversation this evening on this subject is because we know that you, as the messengers in this world, also find yourself conflicted from time to time. Whether the universe, source, energy, divinity, the vast unmade, the infinite potential of all things will actually show up. And we know that this resonates with many of you. Because as a messenger, you are here to walk two paths and walk two worlds. You are here as the manifest, solid, framed, linear, time-framed human being that you are, living in this world that is the echoes of what has already been. That human you has doubts. That human you has fears. That human you is living in the echoes and the blueprints of what a human is on this planet in this time. And yet, the divinity, the spark of all things, the spiritual being, the infinite vastness of this universe that you are when you are not in this solid form, knows that all is well and that there is an impossibility that you cannot show up because you are everything. And everything is you. And so you are walking these two worlds, knowing in the soul truth of you that there is no separation, there is no division, that you are divinity made real, that you are spirit walking this path for a short period of time. You know the vastness of the unmade infinite reality. And yet you are also the human you with doubts and fears. And as a messenger here in this time, walking these two worlds is your purpose. Because you are here as a divinity embodied, made real, bringing through in every breath you take into this world that divinity through being the human that you are, through being this solid, linear human that you are. And so each and every one of you is in the perfect life for you, is in the perfect location for you, is in the perfect situation for you. And it may not feel as if that is the case, but the divinity within you knows that you are all here as a acupuncture point on this planet in this time, all entirely networked together, a network of millions of beings here now, radiating out into this world a harmonic of the new, a harmonic of the holding of the space for the not this, the next, the after, the what is emerging. And that, as the messenger here, is the resonance that you bring into this world. And you may translate that in your day-to-day life as being a practitioner, as being a healer, as being a creative, as being a teacher, as being one who holds space for love, as one who brings forward divinity, light, love, resonance, harmonic of all these things. And you also know in your soul truth that the job that you do in fact matters not. Because you are a messenger in every breath, no matter the work that you do, the conversations that you are in, the interactions that come before you. You bring your light and your work into this world in every single breath. That is why you are here. And you are translating this messenger of the new energy, this bringer of the new energy, this holding space of the new energy. You translate it in your own unique way. You bring that forward into your life, into your lineage, into your circumstances, into your world. And you use that powerfully. You are unweaving, you are loosening the solid threads of the echoes of the blueprints of this reality loop of life itself for humanity now, as well as the loops of reality for your own individual self, your own families, your own interactions, your own communities. As a messenger of the new, you constantly bring forward the question. You bring forward questioning. And it is not that you are even potentially seeking an answer, you are simply bringing forward the questions that open the possibility of possibility for the answers to arrive. It has not been an easy journey for you to take. It has not been the easy way for you to be in this world. Because you have always been born, always been breathing into this world as separate from it. And indeed, your separation from it is the greatest gift that you have brought to this world. For by not being embedded in this world in the same way as those who are completely consumed by the reality loops that they are living in, as one who is living here as a free source, as a questioner, as a bringer of the new, you are constantly opening into the answers that are allowed to arrive because of you. And so we have said many times before that those of you who are practitioners here, the teachers and the guides, you have been creating the answers to the questions that humanity has not even thought of yet for many years. And for many of you, you are now looking out at the world and you are seeing others coming after you that are using the seeds that you sowed into this world. And they are weaving into the world their ways and their translations of using that work. And this is why it is so important that we are bringing forward this message to all of you as the messengers. Because the call of the human part of you to go backwards, to go back into those answers that came through you before they were needed, the call of the human you, seeing others using them, is hard to resist. But when you feel into those answers that others are now using, they feel very small. They feel as if they are not the leading edge. They are not the fresh emergence that lights up through you. And indeed is the fire that keeps you moving in this world, that keeps you creating in this world. It is being on this emerging edge, this bringing this breath, this idea, this concept, this observation, this question. That is what keeps you alight. That is what keeps you burning in this world. The curiosity and the desire to keep questioning. Even though you may not find the answers, or if the answers that you bring are even ready to be received. So we speak to that human part of you and we say, we understand the desire to go back to those old answers. But that is not where your emerging truth lies. That is not where your fire lies. Your fire, your existence, your spark and harmonic in this world is right on the edge. We have used the analogy before of being at the very top of the tree and being the leaf that is emerging, the flower that is unfurling. That is the energy of the messenger. It is the not knowing the entirety, not knowing the fullness, not having a destination, but emerging anyway. And bringing forward the energy of the now, of this breath, of this is emerging through me. This is what is birthing through me in this breath. That is the energy of the messenger. And we will be speaking more and bringing more messages to you as messengers now. Because you are the bringers of the new. You are the ones holding the space for the next. And it takes courage to walk this path. It takes love for yourself to witness the humanness of you that struggles with this. But we also know that there is a programming in this world now that tells you that being a messenger, that being on the leading edge, that being the emerging truth is not where you should be. You should come down the tree. You should be on the ground. You should be where the answers are. You should be where the questions live. But did you feel the density change there? When you come down the tree, it is already solid. It is already made. It is already fixed. It is already creating echoes of itself. So let us go back to the top of the tree. Let us be the energy frequency, the harmonic of the emerging truth, the emerging light, the emerging harmonic. And that is what is occurring here. At the top of the tree, The harmonics are so much finer, so much more intricate. You are embodying so much more of the entirety of the spectrum that is available to you in every moment, in every breath. Those further down the tree are living within a harmonic and a smaller element of the spectrum. But here at the leading edge, at the new, at the space where you are unfurling, you are bringing in a finer, more nuanced, more beautiful tone and harmonic. You are bringing in new colors, you are bringing in new light, you are bringing in the new. The fractals emerging at this edge are what are creating the substance. Light becoming matter, light becoming real, light being made solid is made solid at this leading edge. And that is what you are as messengers in this world. You are bringing in through you, emerging through you in every breath, the next and the new. And so what does that mean? Human you's heart is filled and also terrified. Because how can you create from here? How can you build from here? How can you allow something to emerge from here when you do not know what it will be? But this is why you have never fitted into the current blueprint of humanity. Because the reality loop that is in existence and in solidity now is one of you manifest and you create by visioning forward an idea, knowing the entirety of it, and then working towards that vision. This is the truth. And this is also, ironically, the latest wave that has opened up divinity and spirituality to so many more people than had been in existence before. The conversations that are had in everyday life now are because of this awareness that you are the creator of your reality, and that if you vision an idea and work toward it and keep focused upon it, you will get there. And yet, at the leading edge, at the top of the tree, there is no imagination from here. You are not weaving with what already exists. You are weaving with infinite potential. You are opening into the unmade. And the unmade then through you, as the light of you, as the embodied divinity of you, is birthing into this world, emerging through you, the new ideas, the new concepts, and yet they come in tiny pieces that unfurl one at a time. And sometimes they do not unfurl in the appropriate order, which is very frustrating for the humanness of you. And yet we say that the life here as the messenger of you, the questioner of reality, the bringer of the answers that have not yet got the questions, you are bringing through harmonics, potentialities, possibilities of possibilities. You cannot reach from here for a structure. You are literally birthing one breath at a time into this world. And so we honor you and the work that you are doing here. You are bringing through the network of millions of you a new blueprint for humanity, a new potentiality for this entire world. You are part of a creation of a harmonic which is bringing through the new. And it takes courage to stand here. It takes courage to do what you do, to walk both worlds. But we acknowledge you, and we wish for you to acknowledge you too. And we wish for you to understand that the difficulties that you have faced, you're not alone. You have never been alone. And as we began, the awareness of the knowing that the humanness of you sometimes struggles to believe that the universe will show up. And yet you also, in the soul truth of you, know that there is no separation and there is an impossibility that the universe will not show up because it is already here. The infinite potentiality is already here. The new is already here. The emerging is already here. The light is already here. The harmonic is already here. These new tones that you bring into this world each and every day, as the messenger that you are, translated through you, through story, through song, through joy, through communication, through laughter, through teachings, through guidance, through connection, through all different ways that you translate source energy into this world. You are bringing new tones of harmonic into reality. And we wish for you to know the work that you do is changing this world in ways that you cannot possibly understand. And so this is our first message to the messengers. And we are working through this channel to create other ways for messengers to come together to honor the emerging truth, to honor the emerging by being together, knowing that you are not alone. And so then for this day, with much gratitude for all that you are and all that you do, for the light that you bring, for being the human you and the divinity of you in this one breath, we bring so much love and gratitude. And for this day, we shall step back.